assholeconsulting.com. Go there if you got questions. Cappy doing late night asshole consulting. And for those of you who have been very patient as asshole consulting clients, I am getting through a backlog of requests as I do this from my dumpy little motel room in Moab. Hello, Captain. I'd like a video response for this, please. I'm a 31-year-old male living in the United Kingdom with 10 grand saved up and looking for your advice on what to do with it. Right now, I'm renting a room for $300 a month. Pounds, this is all in. I've been saving a portion of my income every month. Boy, man, $300 a month. That's about 500 US. That's cheap. I was looking at a studio apartment in my area for 80,000 pounds. I was thinking of putting 10 grand down as a deposit and then renting it out. Why wouldn't you live in it? That's what I would do, is I would live in it. Then you don't have to pay your 300 pounds a month. And then if it's, well, you want a studio apartment, so it would only be you. Well, let's do the really, really, really quick math on that. So 300 times 12 is what you're saving. 3,600 divided by 80,000. Okay, so that's a gross return of 4.5%. And subtract out taxes, maintenance, insurance. You're not making much more than what you'd make in average returning mutual fund over the long haul. I mean, that's just me. And I know you're saving capital, or you're not wasting rent, you're building up equity. I got it, but yeah, if you're ready for home ownership, sure, but I'd live in it. You don't want to rent that out. Don't rent, man. Don't rent. To people. Anyway, to people. They used to be a good game, but now everyone's entitled to free housing, and the landlords are the bad people. And I won't lie to you, I'm not familiar with the United Kingdom, but 80,000 pounds, which is 100,000 US, that just sounds like a shitty ass neighborhood. That just sounds bad. Now, if this is a part of the United Kingdom that's very cheap and not very populated, and it's in a nice apartment complex, and you've researched it and you've taken a look at it and you know how to fix things, okay, well, maybe, and you want to live in that area, fine. And you're 31, yeah, maybe you want to settle down in that area. Do you like the area? Do you see yourself being there for at least 7 years? If that's the case, okay, build up some equity then. But I can't tell you about this individual property, whether to buy or not. You got to go and look at it. You got to look at the plumbing. You got to look at the sheetrock. You got to look at the electrical work. You got to figure out what HOA fees are. You want to become intricately familiar with the Schedule E here, at least here in the United States. That's what it's called. But the income statement for rental property, what it looks like. You have rent coming in. What are your expenses? But for 300 pounds a month right now, that's hard to beat, man. That's real hard to beat. Then renting it out. I wouldn't rent it out. I'd live in it. I can only imagine the tenants you're going to have at $100,000 and 80,000 pound apartment. The max mortgage repayment over 25 years is $300 per month, giving me at least 250 pounds per month income after agent's fees. Oh, yeah, you'd pay $50 a month. Is this a no-brainer? Or am I barking up the wrong tree? Why do you want to rent it out? I ask, well, what would insurance and expenses, and what kind of area is this town? What kind of town is this in? Safe, declining, shit? And what are the goals you have in life? The expenses have been calculated, hence emailing you if I was just being a dude, bro. I'm going to invest in property. Yeah, that's what dude bros do. You just invest in property without looking at the expenses. You got to look up the taxes. You got to look up insurance. Call an insurance agent, what it would cost. Set up an income statement for this. And by the looks of it, I didn't even factor that in. Yes, the apartment is in Wales. It's a desirable spot to live and situated right next to the waterfront. Life goals used to be a personal trainer, but ran into some health problems. Have been working full-time, doing a menial job, following your advice on minimalism, saving money with no kids, no debt. Good. I have a girlfriend who I currently live with. but not the Bay Area, so more shitty. I have no plans currently to leave this town, hence thinking this may be a good investment. Wanted your advice before I pull the trigger. Oh, God damn it. You want an email response. All right, never mind. I'll try to keep you anonymous. I'll send this to you if you want an email response. I'll do that. I'm sorry, buddy. All right, we'll end this one quickly here. No, I would not rent it out. You don't want to get in a rental property. Why don't you want to live in it? If it's a nicer area, you got to pay rent. Why don't you live in it? If your girlfriend's with you, if she's going to live with you, you charge her. You say, hey, you're kicking in a little. You don't know this. This is my place. So I'm financing it. Mortgage is in my name. I'd live in it. Yeah. And if you see yourself there for a couple of years, yeah, if you want to buy it, but if you can rent it out for 300, well, you also got to look up what your mortgage is going to be for a 25-year or 30-year mortgage. And you have to, right now you don't know because you got to look up insurance and maintenance and repair and HOA fees and all that other stuff. All the expenses associated with owning that property. I think if you look that up, you'll figure out whether it's going to be worth it to you financially or not. But I don't know, man. That's hard to beat. 300 pounds a month rent. That's practically living for free. I know people who got fucking cell phone bills for the family bigger than that. And let's take a look. But the fact you want to live there for a while, that maybe you do want to invest in property. So do a little bit more research. You won't be wasting your rent. I have a feeling it's going to be more like 500 pounds a month when you factor in all the expenses. Find out, I don't know what you guys call it in the United Kingdom. It's called HOA. When you live in an apartment building, you got to throw some money into the kitty every month for like a roof repair or infrastructure or sewers. So I have a feeling you're going to find out it's going to be more than $300 a month. I'm sorry, pounds. And yeah, I just, it's, if it's in a good part of town and you like it, okay, cool. But you don't need to own property. I really don't think you do. And you got to do more research. All right, DJ Aftershock, $2. He needs to go to the Carlson School of Management to learn how to flip, man. Oh, I can't wait to see what enrollment figures at Carlson looks like. So, all right, questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.